dedication, determination, drive. So talk with me, man, as I clean up because this is important. This is very important, and I don't think people realize how important this is. So dedication, determination, drive. Okay, that's what we're talking about today. You gotta be dedicated, and you have to have determination. If you have those two things, and you can be consistent with those two things, guys, you're gonna go a far. You're gonna go far in life because a lot of us just don't have that. We don't have that determination. We dang sure don't have that motivation, and we don't have the drive. You gotta have the drive, guys. That's what's gonna make you pop out. That's what's gonna make you different or pop out. That's gonna make you stand out. So if you want to stand out, you gotta have that drive. You gotta have that determination. All right. And so with me, I do this every single day. Now I just finished working out. I did my workout, so now I'm on my live feed. I didn't realize that my computer, me going live stream on my desktop, it captures everything in my room. So I want to make sure that I at least make my bed presentable because y'all seeing everything in the background, and that's very important to me. First impressions, pretty much almost last impressions. All right, so that's what I'm doing. Making sure that I have all this dedication, determination, all that, man. You need that. So, the more you have that, the better. So bear with me, guys, because I'm not going to be on here that long. But I just realized when I was looking at the background how sloppy my bed was looking. So I'm gonna make sure that I have this done next time before I even start, because this takes away from my time. And honestly, guys, I'm very time oriented, especially at night. And that's what I'm like kind of racing against. I'm racing against time. Every single day I'm racing against time, honestly. I feel like that's what life is. Racing against time every single day. So gotta utilize it wisely. If not, you'll end up wasting it. So that's something that I don't want to do. Okay. Ugh. All right. So cool. Dedication is definitely a must. Let me see right quick, guys. 1 second, guys. All right. So we good now. Dedication, determination. All right. So this is what you're gonna need, especially in life, guys. Like you cannot have one without the other. It's like the yin and the yang effect. The thing is, nobody's gonna really push you harder than yourself. All right? Nobody's gonna push you harder than yourself. You either want it or you don't want it. Some people want it, some people don't. So, like I was talking about a couple of days ago, you have to really be obsessed with this. You have to be over passionate about doing this. All right. And not just being a YouTuber, but just about anything in life, especially when it comes to being successful. Like, if you really want to be him, you want to be her, you got to put the time in. You have to be determined, right? You got to be dedicated. And you got to do this every single day. That's the sucky part about it, right? My thing is, I know everybody in the world is not willing to do this. Everybody's not willing to come on live every single day, talk to themselves when it seems like you're talking to yourself when you don't have no views, right? No comments and everything. And I'm not saying that I don't get no comments because I definitely do, but everybody's not willing to do this. Everybody's not willing to go the extra step to make their situation better than it is. All right. And you have to, especially if you have goals. If you have goals and aspirations, you're going to go over and beyond. You're going to do things that not the common person will do. All right. So with me, it doesn't matter how long it takes. I'm doing this every single day. It doesn't matter if one person's on, two people on, 100 people, 100,000 people. I'm doing this every single day. All right. And I'm doing it from different channels. So I'm gonna do it from my 10-minute event page, where I talk about current events, where I talk about different facts. Just I talk about different things in general. And then I'm going live from my Philip Randolph page, and that's my music page. And I'm talking about different things there as well. At the end of the day, you really gotta want this, guys. Because sometimes I don't think a lot of people want what they say they do. And I don't think people really want to put in that work that it takes. And honestly, sometimes I feel like I could be putting in more work. I feel like I could be putting way more work in, guys. All right. But me coming on live every day, me being dedicated, me being consistent, I'm going to do that. And I told my dad today earlier, I said, I'm not, it doesn't matter how long it takes, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. And I had a conversation with him. Honestly, that wasn't, I mean, at the end of the day, that's still my dad, man. You know, he a grown man. He do whatever he want to do. Man. That's on him. But I just didn't like the conversation, honestly. You know, I definitely didn't like the conversation. And that's just the part about being a grown up, though. Whenever you're a grown up, and yeah, I'm talking to my younger people now, like being a grown up is not like what you think it is. It's definitely not. 75% of the time, you're paying bills. Just being honest with you. 75% of the time, you're paying bills. The other 20% of the time, you're probably driving. What's that? 75, did I say 20? So that's 90, 95, right? And the other 5%, or the other 5%, you either having fun, you're eating, you're taking, you're sleeping. But guys, like paying bills, that's not fun. Watching people die and hearing the bad news that people die, that's not fun at all. See, when you're younger, you're not thinking about none of that. You're not. And when you get older, you start putting all that into perspective, and you be like, dang, this is real. Like, it's real. So that's the only thing, man, about being an adult. Just hearing news and knowing something might happen, or waiting for a call. That's not cool at all with me. you know. But it's just something that I have to face. I have to know that, like, at the end of the day, it's not my decision whether somebody stops doing this or somebody stops doing that. Whenever you grown, these are decisions that you have to make for yourself. You got to make these decisions for yourself. And that's why I tell you all the time, man, don't waste time. Like yesterday, I was talking about like your time running out. And it is every day we wake up, time keeps going. It no matter if you rest, you sleep for a little bit, you rest, right? Time is continuously running. While you sleep, there's the day done started somewhere else around the world, you know? So just think about that. That's why I said be dedicated, right? Uh, Timeless. Appreciate it. Love the videos. Uh, be dedicated and determined because it doesn't matter what you're doing right here. Somebody else across the world has started their day or their day's about to start. So you really have to definitely be on point, and you definitely want to make sure that you're consistent and persistent with whatever you do. It doesn't literally have to be here. Okay. I appreciate that, Thomas. It doesn't have to literally be on YouTube, but with anything that you want to become great at, you got to be dedicated. All right. And that shows people that they can trust you. That shows people that they can depend on you. All right. Because at the end of the day, whenever you're grown and you enter adulthood, like you're building a trust factor. Okay. Appreciate that. You're building a trust factor with strangers. You're building a trust factor with people. You're building a rapport with people. So the more people see that you're determined, more people to see that you're dedicated, that you're motivated. You're not only motivating them, but you're showing them like, oh, okay, I can depend on this guy. I know this guy, this lady. She's going to do whatever it takes to get things done. He's going to do whatever it takes to get things done. All right. And it's going to hurt. You ain't going to feel like doing it. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Like, because honestly, I thought I was going to be like a multimillionaire by now. Like honestly, I thought I would have been a multimillionaire. It didn't happen like that. But that don't mean that I stopped. That means that I look at my cards, right? I look at my plan. I either reconstruct my plan, right? Start over or keep going. Me personally, I never I guess you could say I start over. I started over, but the giving up part, I would never give up. I can't give up because I see something and I've been seeing it ever since I was around 6 years old. And I can't stop until I get there. It's like when you see something far ahead, why would you stop? It's like you almost out of gas, but you see the gas station around the corner or you see the gas station sign. I'm not gonna stop until I get to the gas station. I mean, that's just what it is, guys. All right. So being dedicated and determined, that's a major, major part in being a grown up, a major part in being successful, a major part in just being a trustworthy person, trustworthy individual. Okay. Guys, I'm not going to talk your head off. I got to still go on my other page. And we already been on here for about 15 minutes. I had to make up my bed. I ain't even gonna lie. So that took a little bit of time, took about 5 minutes. But yeah, guys, being dedicated and being determined and just sticking to a routine, sticking to an everyday routine, it's going to set you apart from everybody else. And you can do it. You just have to, you gotta want to do it. All right. You gotta want to do it, folks. No matter how hard it is, no matter how hard it is, no matter how you feel, do it anyway. Okay. Well, until the next time, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Tomorrow, I do plan on being a little. I plan on being on live longer, and I'm gonna bring my laptop to my parents' house, so I will definitely be on the desktop version again. Until next time, make sure you like, share, subscribe, so you can stay notified. And yeah, stay dedicated and determined, guys. Until the next time, we out. Appreciate everybody.